more
We're not.
disconnected and divided, you know. So
That's right.
so before we end tonight,
I have one comment.
Go ahead,
I just
Eldrick.
just want to make one comment on top of what JuHee mentioned.
Perfect.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. In fact, I would rather interact with 100 people in a TED conference than to connect and comment on 1,000 followers on social media. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would rather do that. Does that mean that social media is on the sunset? I don't think so.
No.
But you use it for business purposes. I think that's fine. But to be overly engrossed and engaged in it, you just have to understand that this is a treadmill that doesn't end. So know when to hop off. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think we lack depth
That's right.
these days. We lack depth. And it's wearing me down. Well, there are times, but...
Well, Kevin and I have noticed a lot lately through social media, because we have to be on there a lot, just how artificial it can be. Like, people can present whatever they want. And then the other thing that just amazes me is people that you would never think would say certain things will get on there because no one can see them, and they're just typing at, on their phone or their home computer. So all of a sudden they can be rude, or they can say really awful things. And you're like, is that really what's in your heart? Like, I didn't have any idea that there's some really, really horrible, rude people out there, but they'll never say it to your face. They'll be friendly to your face, but on social media, they feel safe to say those kind of things. And it blows me away.
Yeah.
It really blows me away.
And beyond sort of the misinformation and disinformation, when Aldrich talks about depth, I mean, to me, that's the bigger fear. Are we raising a culture of people who can't think through the complexity of situations, right? Because, things are abstract and gray, not black and white. And what it does is it's so reductive to good and bad, cancel, woke, and a lot of the things that we're grappling with today, they are complex issues. They cannot be reduced down to a tweet exchange, post, right? Or a YouTube video. And so that's why I don't even bother to engage, frankly.
That's so good.
Isn't your explanation and your conclusion like too far?
An hour to me where we can actually dig into the issue, I will not engage.
That's good. You save a lot of time that way, JuHee. I think that's really good. That's really good time management, actually.
That's where my Asian side comes in. I don't engage.
And he's not joking.
But you save a lot more time, and I love genuine conversations that's real, that matters. And and I'm so happy you came on our show and be able to have conversation with us. And that's why I was like, actually, we're just gonna talk.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Even personally, I get so tired of the talking head shows. And when Eldrick, Jeremy, and we all got together, and Jen, we're like, how can we create a show where it's almost like happy hour? Let's act like the world's not there, and let's just talk. And it's just everyday people hopping on. I don't care if you have 30,000 followers or 2 followers. It's about, let's have conversation, because it's exactly like you said. I feel this industry lacks just talking. Everything is a facade.
I don't think it is contained to this industry or any industries per se. I do think that by and large, depth is lacking in the way we think and the way we engage in conversations. I don't blame it on a fast food culture. I don't. But I do think that by and large, people entertain shortcuts a lot more than they should. But then again, this is my opinion, because a lot of truth in life, capital T, a lot of truth in life cannot be unfolded through shortcuts. It's not possible. It's not possible. So unless you are willing and able to engage in a conversation with an open mind and with depth, there's no way you can understand it at all. Because all simple messages are summarized messages of a complex issue. If you don't understand this, your summary is shaky at best and superficial at worst. I mean, that's my take about it. That's all.
This may not, I know Kevin needs to end, and this may not go along with what you were saying, Aldrich, like exactly. But like, I remember, I really blame it on social, and I do love social media. I enjoy it to some degree for personal reasons. I enjoy LinkedIn, but I remember, I'm 41, so I remember growing up as a young girl, there was no need to talk about having genuine conversations because everybody did it. So I never once growing up ever heard somebody give a speech about being authentic or having a genuine conversation, because you had to at least have some type of conversation. I mean, yeah, that just like your phone rang, you were so glad that somebody called you at home. That was cell phone. So I mean, I remember talking for hours to friends, or having friends come over and talking to hours, having a game night. So social media does really sometimes pull people together, and also can pull people apart from those genuine conversations. And that's why we have to discuss that now, because the generation growing up in the social media, they need to hear the older people saying, hey, it wasn't always, hey, this is what genuine conversation means. This is what being authentic means. So I love hearing JuHee and all of you guys talk about that, because you understand what it means before all of this. You understand what that authentic relationship looks like, and what that authentic voice is, and what it's supposed to be. And yeah.
So before we wrap this up, so I guess the key is unplug. It's like the
Except from
Matrix.
LinkedIn.
Every once in a while is okay to unplug, and all the influencers you love, all the people you follow, really think about what they're saying. Really listen, because I think sometimes we get so caught up into what someone says that we don't hear our own voice as well. We don't hear what's in our heart and what works for me, so you got to find what works for you. And there's no one, just like entrepreneurship or being a career journey, it's not the same. Just even with us five, right? We all took a different journey, a different path, and somehow we're okay. We're here, right? So just remember, as an audience, does it work for you? You have to find your own way, not someone else's way, because someone else's way only worked for that someone else. It doesn't mean it'll work for everyone. There's not a one size fits all to life. So life is a journey, and every day we got to find our voice. So thank you so much for being on our show tonight, and appreciate you, and we'll stay connected. All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. And JuHee's going to have her cocktail.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.